Ingredients for the ideal autumn Vermont getaway. Lush, late-season emerald vistas, check. Maple creamies from a classic country store, check. Fairy tale barns fit for a king, check. All bathed in color, loads and loads of color. Now, throw in the requisite wildlife encounter.
We make 200,000 plus bears per year.
A dash of farm-brewed butter coffee.
Everything is better with butter.
And a sprinkling of other puzzlements and curiosities, just to make sure you're paying attention.
What do you mean? There's a boat in the grass. What's the Ticonderoga doing here?
Care to hop aboard? Tonight, we're exploring the main streets and back roads of Shelburne, Vermont.
This is Chronicle on WCVB Channel 5.
The town of Shelburne, 7 miles south of Burlington, Vermont's biggest city, spread out across the fertile valley between Lake Champlain to the west and the Green Mountains to the east. Agriculture is king here, and every king needs a castle.
It's one of those places that when people first come to visit Shelburne Farms, they remember that moment of driving onto the campus, of seeing the majestic farm barn here.
Shelburne Farms, a 1,400-acre working farm celebrating its 50th anniversary as an educational nonprofit. Students and educators from around the country come to the farm to learn about sustainable agriculture.
The more people understand nature and connect with it and understand where your food comes from, the more they care.
Robert Turnow is Chief Advancement Officer for Shelburne Farms, once the private estate of William Seward Webb and his wife, Eliza Vanderbilt Webb. Today, their Lakeside Mansion is a luxury inn, but visitors are welcome to explore the 10 miles of walking trails that wind through the fields and forest land laid out by Frederick Law Olmsted.
It is an extraordinary landscape, and people they do tend to be speechless when they come here to visit.
Inside the 5-story farm barn, a visitor favorite.
So every year we make about 170,000 pounds of cheese, which sounds like a ton. In the grand scheme of things, we're actually a small cheese maker.
Shelburne Farms' popular cheddar cheese starts with raw milk from the farm's herd of grass-fed brown Swiss cows. Head cheesemaker, Helen Cowan.
Cheddar is kind of a quintessential American cheese, and it's really fun and exciting to be part of making something that I've been having since before I really knew what food was.
As for the long view, there's no better perspective than the one coming from Rick Bissett's tractor seat.
Every day that I get to come here to work, no matter what the weather, it's a good day.
Bissett has worked at Shelburne Farms his entire life. In fact, he grew up in a house on the farm. Like his father before him, he worked for the Webb family before they turned the farm into a nonprofit.
And thank God the Webb family had the vision to save this. This could be all condos.
A self-admittedly distracted and indifferent student as a kid, Bissett has found an unlikely outlet for his gratitude. He's become a poet.
I can't spell, so what am I doing writing a book, right?
His book, A Vermonter's Heritage, Listening to the Trees, led him to being named Shelburne's first poet laureate.
Be still, O hearts that visit here, on these our soldiers we reflect.
Bissett's greatest honor, being asked to compose some lines for the Veterans Memorial in town.
Remember them, their sacrifice, come with gratitude and respect. But to get your words on a piece of granite and you're not lying under it, it's pretty cool.
Of course, it's all of a piece with Rick Bissett's joy of living. Gratitude grounded in this special place that his heart calls home, Shelburne Farms.
Look around you. This is all a gift. It's all a gift. And we just get to share it. It's not just a farm, it's an experience.
How pretty. And the inn is open for a few more weeks. It was never winterized. After all, it was supposed to be just a simple summer cottage. It will close for the season on October 20th, but monthly forest bathing sessions are scheduled through the end of November. Up next, a boat put out to pasture.